Welcome to Living Beyond Boundaries. Today's tutorial is for the HR department how to prepare the volunteers during their first weeks coming on board with us. As a HR professional, such as your HR coordinator and administrative assistants, you should be very familiar with how to work the Google G Suite account setup and the procedures how to create a new files in our drive and place all the files where it's supposed to. So today I'm going to teach you each step how to do it during the first week processing the new volunteer coming on board. You should be, if you're listening to this recording, you should be reading the notes that I share with you when I create a new volunteer checklist for the HR department. So each item I'm going to be teaching you right now should be listed on the HR note. Just need to follow the steps step by step. It is very important that you follow each step very carefully and do this for each new volunteers. Otherwise, we are not able to process the volunteer properly. First, when you receive a new HR volunteer application, you should send the volunteer a new welcoming email, and you can blind BCC the IT department to the AD at Living Beyond Boundaries email address so that the HR department know that you have a new volunteers that we need to process. The second step is to email the volunteer the instruction how to add a profile picture, and also email the volunteer how to edit their business email signatures. So I'm going to show you how to add profile picture. You teach them go to their business email account, click settings, and you scroll down at the bottom. So I already have a picture here. If you don't have one, just click add picture. And the same time, they could also add a signature here. Remember now, we want them to be as creative as possible. So feel free to create some styles, color, font, and but make sure they have all the elements that they need: name, title, department, email address, phone number, slogan, and lastly, the privacy disclaimer. So they can also turn on and off on the vacation notice. It is required that when someone is going to be on a leave, they need to turn on the vacation respond. So, and then you click save when you're done. In this case, I haven't made any changes, so I'll leave this alone. And for while I'm here, you could also add your alias email address, such as hr at livingbeyondboundaries.org, or any other alias that is the same as your business email address except just a different name. So to do that, you go to account and import and add another email address. So you could change your name to the department name or any other name that applies to the functionality of the email address. And then when you type the email address right there, it should show up. So, and then click save. Right. Let's move to the next step here. Now, you need to create a personal profile folder for the new volunteers, because our drive act as an office, and it is important that all our files stay within the corporate office, and so no volunteers need to create their own folder, because when they do that, we cannot organize their files, and we cannot manage it. So you would create a folder for them and share with them. The only way for them to see their folders is go to the share with me file. Here, share with me. They will see their share folder. That's the only way for them to attend to their files. Now we'll go to corporate file office. Go to corporate office. Now we want to go to the human resources department first. That's where we organize all our corporate personnel's files. So go to HR human resources and go to corporate personnel files. We save all the personnel files in here, and each department have their own staff files too, but those are for working task files only. These files are for personnels. So click corporate personnels file. Okay, the next step will be find that person's department. So whatever department, let's assume we are doing compliance. This lady is going to be, or gentleman is going to be joining the compliance department. Now, as you can see, we already have a folder here for our director, Deepika. So we are going to add a new folder for these new volunteers. Click folder and just name temp. Now we want to add the first name plus last name plus their title, HR assistants. Just that's an example. Create that. And once you created this folder, we're gonna create additional folders. So we're gonna create, let's say, achievement. So following the same step, we're going to continue and create complaints, onboarding, performance evaluations, promotions, resignations, transfers, vacations, warnings. All these folders, what these volunteers going to keep all their personnel file specifically in each appropriate folders in the future. Once you've done that, we're going to go back. So I'm going to go ahead and delete this now because this is just a test. So go back to the compliance department. You still see this person's folder. So we're going to right click and we're going to click share. We want this volunteer to be able to see what is inside her folder. So go ahead and type the first few letters of the person's, and you're gonna go ahead. So whenever you find this person's, just click the person's email address, and we want to do view only. That is it. So click send, but we're not gonna do that. Now let's complete this tutorial for now. We'll pick up on the next tutorial. Okay, thank you.